Leah, you know how busy I am. I have no time for this. What are we watching today? Okay. Oh my god. Is she using a foaming cleanser that lathers up that much? Does she even care about her skin barrier? This is like a horror movie, Leah. Why are you not stopping her? Is that a scrub? Astringent. Does that still exist in the market in 21st century? I'm done, guys. So there are basically two ways to lose weight: going on a starvation diet or either changing your lifestyle to a healthier one. Of course, by starving, you might lose weight in a very short period of time, but we all know that that's just a temporary fix. And I think we all are trying to go on a starvation diet when it comes to combating oily skin by mattifying our skin by using alcohol or astringents, mattifying lotions, oil-free moisturizers, and overwashing probably too much. It might get rid of the shininess and greasiness on top of the surface. However, it's not really fixing the fundamental problem. I used to struggle with oily skin. I had to blot my skin probably every hour. I had to touch up my makeup at least 3 times a day. I barely touch up my makeup nowadays. I just wanted to share everything that really helped me in managing and regulating the sebum production from the very root cause. Number 1, properly hydrate and moisturize. So sebum has a purpose, funny enough, and I think all of the substances that our body produces are there for a specific reason. Our sebum is produced to naturally lubricate and moisturize our skin. If our skin is properly hydrated and properly moisturized, our sebum kind of realized that it's already moisturized, so there is no need to come out to the world. So eventually the sebum production can be regulated when you find the right balance of hydration and moisturization. On the other hand, the more you try to get rid of the shine and grease and all the excess sebum on top of our skin by drying out your skin with using alcohol toner or mattifying lotions, sebum has a stronger purpose to come out to the world to naturally lubricate and moisturize your skin. So eventually your skin is going to become a little bit oilier. Number 2, cleanse gently. Now in cleansing products, there are something called surfactants. These are basically the detergents, the cleansing ingredients that bind into the oil and dissolve them into the water so our skin is clean and, you know, cleansed. However, the downside of using cleanser probably too many times, it can dissolve our natural lipid barrier. The more you wash your face, the drier your skin gets and also the oilier your skin gets. So choosing a cleanser is really important. So if you're using a cleanser currently that leaves your skin squeaky clean and really tight, no. I highly recommend you guys to switch a cleanser to a much gentler, non-foaming gel cleanser that are pH balanced, and the normal skin's healthy pH is 4.5 to around 6. Look for a slightly acidic cleanser that doesn't mess up with your skin's natural pH. Another advice that I want to give you regarding cleansing water is that do not leave it on your skin. Surfactants, when it's remained on your skin, it keeps dissolving oil, so your skin gets drier and drier and drier. So I highly recommend you guys to wash off any type of cleansers out of your face. Number 3, oil is not your enemy. Some might be, but not every oil. Oily to combination skin types tend to be deficient in linoleic acid, which is one of the fatty acid contents. So once you are deficient in this linoleic acid, what happens is that your sebum tends to produce a little bit more and a little bit gloopier, stickier, so it has higher chance to clog the pore. So if you choose the right oil that is linoleic acid high and low in oleic acid content, it can really rebalance your skin by fueling the linoleic acid deficiency, and it also moisturizes your skin by locking in the hydration that you already fed on. Some popular oils for oily skin type include rosehip seed oil, hemp seed oil, which 2 are my favorite, pumpkin seed oil, grape seed oil, jojoba oil, and there's so many other wonderful oils that can really help your skin out in regulating and managing the sebum production, or even producing your sebum in a very healthier and more fluidy way. So do not be afraid grade of oil. If you're interested in learning more about how to choose the right oil, you can click it right here. I already have a dedicated video on that. Number 4, include a sebum regulating ingredient into your skincare routine, such as niacinamide and zinc. So niacinamide, as you guys know, it is my holy grail ingredient. I love it, love it, love it. It's not only a good skin brightening or hydrating or an anti-aging ingredient, but it's also a great ingredient for regulating your sebum production. And it doesn't do it by blocking the sebum production by putting on a cap or something, but it does it in a very smart way. It boosts the ceramide production of your skin, which is a natural moisturizer. So your skin naturally stays more hydrated and more moisturized. So therefore, your sebum doesn't need to proactively come out to compensate the dryness. Again, going back to the number 1 rule, which is by hydrating and by properly moisturizing your skin can naturally regulate the sebum production. So you don't need to necessarily use niacinamide in specific, as long as you hydrate and moisturize your skin. Zinc is very, very special because it is known to be a sebum inhibitor. It can be a little bit drying on drier skin types for sure. Zinc comes in many different forms, including zinc PCA that you see in a lot of serums and skincare and even on anti-dandruff shampoos. And there's also zinc oxide, which is known to be a UV filter. One study shows that by using 1% of zinc PCA solution for 4 weeks period of time, it significantly decreased the sebum production. But I think it's one ingredient that you can probably graduate from once your sebum is much regulated. Last but not least, your diet matters. Vitamin A and D. These are fat-soluble vitamins that affect our sebaceous gland, which is basically a production house that pumps out oil, so it has an ability to manage the sebum production as well. And zinc, we talked about it in skincare, but also you can take it in a supplement form, or you can look into foods that are high in zinc. It's also going to work as a sebum inhibitor when you consume it. In the meanwhile, you might also want to stay away from the foods that can affect the sebaceous gland to pump out more sebum, which is sugar and all sorts of sugary foods, and high glycemic foods, dairy. These are the foods that can also affect acne and trigger inflammatory response in your body that affects the skin cells eventually, that pumps out more gloopy sebum. It's best to stay away or, keep it in a very low level in your diet. My skin is in a much better, happier place. It's much more regulated and managed, and also it's just balanced overall. So I hope this video can help you guys out. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to share this with the friends who are struggling with the same excessively greasy and shiny, oily face. Don't forget to join the Pom Pom fam yet if you haven't already by clicking the red subscribe button down below, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye!